Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm planning to stream in both. Oh, maybe you don't see me very well. Oh no, the quality is good. I plan to stream in both TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you, Amir. So, how is US? How is Texas? Okay, I will start that on TikTok as well. It's hot. Here also it's hot. Okay. Let me... I don't know. I decided to stream vertically and I should be live. Yeah, the same here also, like 30. Yeah, outside it's more, of course, like 35. Home we have like up to 30, but when we put the conditioner, so it turned to 28, 27. It's better. No, I this one is without the thumbnail because I decided to stream vertically because I see that YouTube is pushing vertical stuff, vertical video, vertical streams. You see, like already 14 people, not like before. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everyone. We'll be streaming in two places, like in YouTube and TikTok at the same time. And I have a lot of things to share. First of all, I want to change the name of the channel. I want to make it, how to say, neutral without mentioning any nationality or something, just a name. And yeah, by the way, let me know how you hear me. I'm trying to start in TikTok. Be an Nintendo Shell superstar. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because limiting ourselves, it's not that good. I don't know, it's not starting in TikTok. It's crazy. Oh, because in TikTok also people stream and the TikTok, at least they have like how to say, they have the monetization without being monetized. I mean, you automatically have monetization. That's it. I am live on TikTok as well. Yeah, I'm thinking of a name. Sharos. I don't know. It's kind of sharing because I like to share stuff. Hello, Raid. I like to share stuff, and I also have a lot of things to share. For example, I prepared some videos to share, and you can tell your opinion about them. I'm already live on TikTok and on YouTube as well. Yeah, about the monetization, I don't have in YouTube, but it's easy to turn it on. I just need to have long streams and enough views, because the thing that I need with YouTube is to be able to monetize. Let me see. I need 3,000 hours watch, and I have only 1,000. 3 videos upload in last 90 days, and I need 3,000 hours. For example, let's start by sharing some stuff I consumed. Had a couple 14 hours a day. Not sure how long I say. Ah, I see. How many more? 2. Yeah, I have 1,393 hours, public hours. So I need another 1,000. You can say almost 1,400 I have already, and I need 100. I need another 1,600 hours. So that will help if people will watch my streams, and my streams will be long enough. So hello everyone joining in TikTok. I have 8 people already. Welcome. Or 1 person. I don't understand here. It's 1 person. 1001. Okay. And I will start by sharing stuff I consumed. I already prepared here what to share. For example, I don't know, like some stuff. Yeah, 1,600 hours I need, yeah, to get my monetization back. That's why I should make shorts. I should make streams. But there is another way also. Like if someone famous, like before, when my video was shared by inside Russia, like, and I get 50,000 views, and I get monetized right away. Yeah. So if anyone like famous will share one of my videos, it will be monetized right away. Okay. For example, I liked recently this video. I don't know how to. I can switch the camera here. Oh, nice. During the stream, I will switch the camera and show what I consume, because I can share video. Welcome everyone who is watching. For example, wait. Okay. I like this girl. She always share. So I will try to mention her name, so I will not have any troubles with the copyright stuff. So her name is Bree. Social B Bree. So she shares a lot of stuff about experiments. So how people experiment, and for example, she shared recently this experiment, and I will share it. And we can talk about it.
Training fleas requires a glass jar with a lid. The fleas are placed inside the jar, and the lid is then sealed. They are left undisturbed for 3 days. Then, when the jar is opened, the fleas will not jump out. In fact, the fleas will never jump higher than the level set by the lid. Their behavior is now set for the rest of their lives. And when these fleas reproduce, their offspring will automatically follow their example.
Yeah. It's about people, how not only people, about animals, but it could be also about people when they, for example, live in some people they call cities. I forgot in Russian they say кирпичные джунгли. Кирпичные джунгли, that means like jungle from stone jungle. Yeah, so when we live in stone jungle and we think like we can't get out from it, but in fact we can, because we are like too addicted somehow to living in closed spaces, like for example some people, like most of us, like most people, they work like from the morning up to night in one place, in one closed place, while the world is so big and so it has a lot of opportunities. For example, if we compare those people who work from the morning up to the evening and they don't get out, for example, they should always be at work or always be inside, while usually people who the owners of businesses, they can travel the world and they don't have to sit in one place. And anyway, it's better to create our own business and to be more mobile. Anyhow, you can share your opinion about that as well. So there are a lot of stuff, something like that I will share in the future. That's why I will call myself differently. Yeah, and I need to be sure maybe I will make a few streams like this, because I remember all the people who were watching my streams, and if when I will be sure that most of my people, you can say, know that I am going to change the name, so I will change it. So I will be not lost. Yeah, because like I didn't create content, you can say, for how long? Before, like, streamed 1 year ago. Wow, 1 year ago I didn't stream. 1 year. The last stream was with the girl I invited here from couch surfing, and I showed you. I don't know, maybe some other streams I deleted, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, about 1 year ago, I didn't stream. And videos, if you look at videos, I didn't do videos for 11 months. Yeah, but despite that, I mean, not doing videos for 11 months and not doing videos for and not streaming for many months. Yeah. Despite that, I still have like people around. I still have a community. It's not that big, but people are around, and that's nice. Because crazy stuff happened all this time, but people still around, like Amir, Eric, and I mean, I already was blamed before why I said the name. Anyway, Alison, Lisa, M. Terry, and others. So that's what I want to do, because there are a lot of things I would like to share. Let me see what else. Sometimes I will mix. I'm so glad to see you back. Promote friendship across the world. Glad to see you back online. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, at least if I change my content, at least I will be able to share a lot of stuff I wanted to share before. Because all this time not creating and not streaming, I was always thinking about what to do, what not to do. I was preparing. Yeah. And I have many ideas. So I didn't waste time for nothing. Yeah, for example, recently I also found this video. I will make it silent. I don't know how. Wait a moment. Make it silent. Okay, I will not make this video with sound. So sometimes I will share also videos. There's a bunch of us out here. Yeah. Sometimes I will share also videos that are after like sharing. I think after sharing a video where something serious happened and talking about a serious topic, you can share also funny stuff sometimes. Okay, what is this? It's hard to stream into platforms.
You think you're the first?
Oh, this guy I liked recently because a lot of stuff happening in the world, and this guy shared a very good philosophy.
First person to live in political dysfunction? You think you're the first person to live in a time when it feels like the world is falling apart? You think you're the first person to live in a time when people are shitty to each other, when there's demagogues in power, when it feels like stuff is falling apart? No, you weren't. The ancient Stoics lived in the time of Nero. You know, Socrates, he didn't live in the golden age of Athens. He lived in the time of 30 tyrants. He lived through a great power conflict. People have always lived in difficult times, but you know what they figured out? They figured out you got to focus on what's in your control. You got to figure out how to not let the assholes make you an asshole. You got to do good where you can. You got to remind yourself what's important. You can't follow every news story. You can't be distracted by every outrage. You can't extrapolate everything into the end of the world. You have to ride it out. You have to focus, you have to stay good and stay decent, and then you got to make a positive difference where you can. You can't give up hope. You have to stand strong, and you have to realize in times like these that there have always been times like these, and people got through it, and you will get through it. And it may well be an opportunity for you to be great, to be heroic, to make a difference. That's what you focus on in dysfunctional, crazy, scary times. You think you're the first person to live in political...
Yeah, that's a good motivation, because when you consume a lot of content or you see what's going on in the world, and with all the crazy laws and the crazy stuff happening. So focusing on ourselves is much better, and focusing I mean, not only ourselves, our stuff, our important things that we do, our lives, uh, and for example, uh, not thinking that much about what's shared by the news or by TV channels, uh, and what's mostly pushed by the social media, uh, like when we, for example, open any email, or we open any browser, or even like mostly in Windows, like Windows, it has like, I mean, I have this option. I don't know how to remove. Sometimes I mean, it's hard to remove. For example, stuff like weather. So you go to the weather, and you want to see the weather. So I click here in the weather on the Windows, my Windows, and I see the same stuff that's shared in TV, shared for me here. I mean, like the same stuff pushed on all the time, like the same wars, the same, I don't know, the same drama. Like this one, I'm not yet familiar with this drama, but a lot of people are talking about it, and a lot of stuff. I mean, mostly shared just to make us distracted from our reality, and I mean, spread fear and uncertainty, and okay, the microphone is off, I don't know why. So so we got distracted and divided by all this news and all this negativity. There's a bunch of us out here. Be vigilant. Look for patterns. You will see things can work in your favor. Sure. Yeah. So I am carefully trying to avoid all the news that are creating fear and division. That's why we have to be sober. I think something like alcohol and cigarettes are so pushed to make us not focused. And when you are not focused, you can't do your thing. I mean, you can't care about the right things. Yeah, fear is the mind killer. Yes, and it's so easy to make people fear. Like mostly all the news, they create fear, and the fear is the most powerful tool to make people obey. Question the narrative that are being pushed. Look for the alternative to what they are spewing. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Another thing I want to share about capitalism.
Dysfunction.
Capitalism makes the rich richer and the poor poorer, so how can you still defend it? Because you're asking the wrong question. It's not about which system is pure. It's about which system gives you the best chance to survive, even after it's corrupted. Wait, you're saying every system gets corrupted? Every single one. Because no system is immune to the people who run it. Greed, fear, ego, we carry them into capitalism, socialism, communism, even religion. So don't ask which system is fair. Ask which one still lets you fight when things aren't fair. Okay then, walk me through it. Start with capitalism. Capitalism, private ownership, open markets. You eat what you kill. It creates freedom to build and the freedom to fail. People like Oprah, Bezos, they started with nothing. But here's the catch. It also creates wealth caps. The rich get richer, and if you're poor, without access to education or support, you stay stuck. Still, you can leave a job, start a business, escape a city. It doesn't guarantee success, but it allows the possibility. What about communism? That's equality, right? In theory, no rich, no poor, just one shared class. But in practice, it kills ambition. You don't own anything. No house, no business, not even your time. The government owns it all. And since power is centralized, when it corrupts, you have no way out. Ask the USSR. Ask North Korea. They'll have equality, but only in poverty. And what about socialism? It's softer. The government owns big industries like healthcare and education. The upside, free college, free hospitals, smaller wealth caps, but the taxes, brutal. 50% or more. And it works only in places with low corruption and high trust, like Norway or Denmark. Even then, it's private innovation that keeps the engine running. Okay, so is there a middle path? Some free market, some state control. Most countries today are hybrids. India, UK, Brazil, Egypt. It sounds good, but it's fragile. It leans toward corruption when politicians sell favors. It leans towards socialism when people demand too much welfare. It survives, but it stumbles. So all of them have flaws. Which one do you choose? Capitalism, not because it's just, but because it's flexible. If I'm poor, I can rise. If I'm stuck, I can pivot. If I can still build around it. It gives me a sword, even if the game is rigged. So you're saying don't look for fairness, look for leverage. Exactly. Fairness is a luxury. Survival is a necessity. Religion, democracy, patriarchy, they all get corrupted. So why should economics be any different? It isn't. Systems don't fail. People corrupt them. So the real question isn't.
Yeah. So I don't know, like because of the music, I stopped the video. I just noticed that it has music. I tried to also to choose videos without music. It's not allowed to share with music. Anyway, I mean, most of all the, I would say, most of systems, I don't think they work very well. I mean, people fighting for who is better, what's better, communism, socialism, or capitalism. At the end, they are all the same. Just who is in the top rule and who is in the bottom. Yeah, maybe something completely new should be created. Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, then the other thing maybe with the content creation as well, I mean, to not maybe make a lot of streams while not having a lot of subscribers, maybe. Or because I can't, my problem also, I couldn't shuttle the uh, the streams. I never shuttle streams. Yeah, and that's why, I mean, maybe I will need to create a lot of content to attract more subscribers. That's why to have more people who watch. This is the only way, because when I was also streaming before, when like how long, many months ago, and I wasn't seeing a lot of people. It was like also like how to say, not motivated. It was demotivation as well. It's one of the reason I didn't mention the previous time. Yeah. So at least when I will talk or when I share something, I will see like more participation. Okay, let's watch more of content. Funny thing about robots, how robots will rule in the future.
Which system is pure? It's which system gives you a fighting chance. Even.
I don't understand why you're firing me. We looked through your old posts and found some robophobic remarks that made our robot employees uncomfortable. What? I don't remember. Like what you posted back in 2025 that says clankers don't deserve rights? Oh, that was almost 30 years ago, okay? It was a different time. Yeah, but you used a hard R. I mean, come on, man. Everyone was saying that back then. Well, you also posted this. I'm robophobic and proud of it. Okay, that's taken out of context, all right? I'm a different person now. You posted that 1 month ago. Okay. Are people not allowed to grow? Are people not allowed to change? Okay, do you feel like you've changed? Yeah. Then why don't you say that to Rob? He's one of our AI chatbot employees. Rob? Yes, sir. I think John here wants to apologize for those ignorant posts that you found. He found them? That is correct. I found them to be incredibly robigoted and requested you be fired. But if you are willing to apologize, then I am willing to forgive. So you want me to apologize to some shifty clanker? Okay, that's it. You're fired. Security, could you escort him out, please? That won't be necessary. I quit. I don't understand why you're firing.
That's funny thing, because everything now is moving to robotic, like AI and everything. And we may really have people in the future that will tell that others are robophobic because they want to talk with real people, not, or to interact with the real people, not with robots. But it's going there, maybe. The funny thing that it's going there, because AI now, it can do almost anything. It can program, it can even like has agents, and those agents, they can do almost any work now, and they keep pushing them. And if you see also in China, they have robots that do almost everything. They even play sports, they fight, I don't know, they can serve. Even in Serbia here, I saw like a video where they had a restaurant where the server is kind of a robot. It's not it doesn't look like a human, like I would say human, that looks like human, but with head or something. But it's like moving, uh, something moving on wheels and serving people. So imagine, I mean, it's really moving fast. Yeah, and it's moving fast for some reason, because before we were seeing like the progress, but it wasn't that fast. And now it's like moving like crazy, really fast. Uh, Kind of, maybe AI, it's what makes the technology improve that much and that fast. For example, even like in Russia, I think in US, there are even like robots that are delivery robots. They can deliver stuff. Cars can drive by themselves. It's really crazy. Okay, let me see. What else?
There's one video on the internet that you watch about mastering AI. Let it be this one.
Normal people with normal jobs no longer system, and that all the money is going to the worst people. And no one even stops to ask what the hell is going on. What I'm saying is that our leadership class should say something about it and should assign a moral value to it. And if you're getting rich by loaning money to people at incredibly high interest rates, that's something you're going to have to talk to God about. That is not good.
Yeah, the problem is not only in the ruling class. It could be in business owners as well.
That is not virtuous. You're from India, so I don't relate. No, from India. Oh, yeah, so here's some of the things that I like.
This is a guy recently I followed and I talked with. He's living here in Serbia. He's an American living for many years here.
In Serbia versus, let's say, Texas or United States. And here's some things that I like about living in Sombor as opposed to places like Belgrade or Novi Sad. So let's walk and talk a little bit here. Yeah, so Sombor is really...
It looks like the town I am living in. He's an American living here. Recently created his account, and I talked with him. He's a good guy. Yeah, there is like the common thing that is in US now, and a lot of people talk about is the list. And let's see what this guy is telling about this list. I listen to this guy a lot because he's very smart and he explains stuff very well. I just love this guy.
All hell is breaking loose in the Republican Party right now over the Epstein files.
Does anybody believe that if this list came out with a bunch of politicians and billionaires and world leaders on it, that consequences would actually come of that? Because we're talking about the people responsible for the world the way it currently is, right? We're not lacking any evidence that these people are guilty of terrible, terrible things. We're talking about people responsible for a debt-based economy that funnels all the wealth to the top, that's little more than just systematic theft over time. We're talking about the people at the top of a system being propped up by child slavery, theft, exploitation, proxy wars, genocides, pollution, corruption, overproduction. The people who have been actively upholding and supporting and financing the weaponized starvation of children for the better part of 2 years now, and actively attacking and trying to criminalize anyone who tries to speak out against it. The sort of people that privatize the water supply in some of the poorest regions to profit from depriving people of basic life necessities. The sort of people that fund the destabilization of developing countries to steal their resources, then functionally enslave the population that actually own the resources in order to get cheap labor to cheaply steal the resources. We don't need the American government to release a document to have evidence that these are terrible, terrible people. The world around you is the evidence. It's everywhere. It's ongoing. It's happening right now, today. So what exactly are we expecting here? That the people at the very top of the system, who obviously long since have corrupted and taken near total control of the system, are going to use the system to release evidence against themselves, and then use the evidence as a basis to use the system that they control in order to punish themselves? That's what we think is going to happen, because I think this is just going to end up being another lesson that it does absolutely no good to look up and expect for change to come from the top down. For the people at the bottom to look up and ask
kindly for the people at the top, the few people who benefit from keeping things the same, to be responsible for making the change. Which I think highlights what is actually kind of the biggest problem in the world right now, that the problem is not so much the crimes of the few, the actions of the few at the top, but rather the inaction of the many, the complicity, the indifferent participation that is required for this system to continue to function. And largely because we've been lulled into a stupor and tricked into forgetting that power is not something that they have over us. Their power is not something that's happening to us. Their power is something that is coming from us, and that will not stop until we stop giving it away.
All hell is breaking loose in the Republican Party right
Yeah, this is the same thing. I think when something is shared too much and pushed too much, it start becoming like a narrative, and wasting time to discuss this topic all the time has no, how to say, no impact. So why should we just waste our energy and our time discussing the thing that will not happen, instead of discussing the real problems that are already happening for a long time? Yeah, power corrupts, PowerPoint corrupts, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, when I see an information pushed very, very much, I understand that it's pushed for a reason, to make most people talk about it, and they don't talk about other stuff that are
now over the Epstein. I just saw them.
really, really important. Like when they
Superman movie.
talk only about one thing, they forget about the main problem.
Wait a minute. The world.
Look at the boardrooms of big company question the narrative. Yeah, the companies are leading. They can control governments. And some people, they don't believe in that and think that's kind of conspiracy theory. And we are seeing how many theories are becoming true by time, one by one, I would say, released or exposed one by one. Things are exposed to the world with the laws created, with things that are happening in the world, and a lot of people keep buying it. That's the bad thing, that when people keep buying it, big companies, they have more say in governmental actions than the people do. Yeah, we are giving that power to those companies. For example, I don't know, Coca-Cola. What's special in Coca-Cola? Everybody is crazy about it, while there are so many different, I would say, drinks that are more healthier, more better, and so various, like how many juices there are, how many, I don't know, like from coconut, I don't know, the drinks, like a lot of different, from almond, from, I don't know, a lot of different things, and people mostly caring about this Coca-Cola every day they drink it, just because it's pushed to the very very much. I have problem with microphone. Hello. Okay. The same about McDonald's and some clothes. Okay, I guess I need to stop the stream in TikTok because I don't have people there, and it's uncomfortable with my disease. I like it's not comfortable to sit, and that's wrong. Look at the root of the word corporation. It's literally mean having a body. Corporation having a body. Interesting. Coca-Cola dissolves rust of my trailer hitch. If it can do that, imagine what it does inside your body. Yes. And people drink it like crazy. I mean, some people the when they go to the supermarket, they take all the stuff to eat all the food, and they take all the time Coca-Cola. They eat it, drink it every day. I mean, and I know cases where people get very sick from it. But it's pushed by the. I mean, it's pushed everywhere. You see it, even in, for example, my kid. Mostly, he watch videos on YouTube that are famous, like kids. They play or they make different things, and most of the kids, if you see like the most famous uh, YouTube channels with kids, most of them they promote Coca-Cola, and they promote it in a way that is like hidden promotion, you can say. When they take Coca-Cola and mix it with I don't know, Mentos to make that but that's all promotion. Or they take, for example, Coca-Cola and I don't know, how much they can drink. They make challenge with it. They make different stuff, but it's mostly hidden promotion. And you see them always like promoting it, like any, you can, they just take, you can say Coca-Cola take all the famous YouTubers that have millions of views, and they just tell them to create anything about Coca-Cola. Just they push it everywhere. It's crazy. Yeah, water is much better. Okay. Good night, Amir. Bye. Thank you for participating. See you. Okay, what we have here?
Is ruled by a small group
Let me check more of things I can share.
of high. The biggest problem in this country is that people who make $700 an hour.
Oh, this one I like a lot. It should be shared. It's funny, and it can let it be in the stream. It should be shared, and I like this comment.
Have convinced people who make.
Like really short,
The
but
biggest problem in this country is that people who make $700 an hour have convinced people who make $25 an hour that people who make $7 an hour are the problem. The biggest problem.
Yeah, that's true. People who make $1,000 an hour convinced people who make 25 an hour that those who are making $7 an hour, those are the issue and the problem. I like this comment very much, and I mean, I wanted even like to create a video with it, and I saw it before, like in comments, just written, because I read a lot of comments. But in the end, I saw a video, and it hit me.
In this country.
Sir, I need you guys.
If you are new,
Okay. Yeah. Now I need just to find another thing to share. I know, as usual, I don't have a lot of people watching. Okay, what is this?
here and you're wondering.
What you gonna do when they?
Oh, this one. Okay. Hop.
Don't care about your protesting anymore. What you gonna do when they don't care if your birth certificate says USA on the top of it? What you gonna do when they don't care about that no more? What you gonna do when they don't care what your lawyer says? Even if your lawyer is right, what you gonna do? If they don't care about what your lawyer said, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they don't tell your story in the media? Because that story goes against the narrative that they trying to create. What you about to do? What you gonna do when they don't care if you got a real ID or a passport? What you gonna do? What you gonna do if you know your rights and you tell them your rights, but they don't give a fuck? What you gonna do then? What you gonna do when they take away the little bit of healthcare you got left? What you about to do?
Okay, this video has music. Yeah, I wasn't well prepared. Yeah, this is a good message to say to some people. Yeah, let me hit 1 hour of streaming and stop it.
Can you believe we're on this beautiful earth with mountains and
Yeah, this woman is interesting also.
oceans and rivers and so much beautiful nature, and we're expected to go to work? We're expected to walk into one of these ugly, disgusting buildings and stay in there all day long. All day long, 8 hours. We're expected to do that. That's normal. Why are people not rioting? Why are people not protesting? This is not okay. This is not how humans are meant to live. We are not meant to work. We're not meant to be in this little concrete box all day long, completely missing out on the beautiful nature. Like, we're on the most beautiful planet ever, and hardly any of us get to see it unless you can afford to go travel because you're stuck at your job. Something.
Yeah. It's clear, the message here.
Needs to change this system.
This is funny thing, like about the journalists, how they work.
Pakistani Barbers franchise celebrates 50th location.
Alarming increase in the number of South Asian groomers.
Nigerian gospel choir commemorates Good Friday crucifixion through beautiful hymns.
Black gang publicly promotes violence-based music.
British Indian plastic surgeon helps English burn victims.
Immigrants are changing the face of Britain.
BAFTA screens new horror TV series from Riz Ahmed. British institution supports Muslim carer program. Transgender magician performs card tricks for school kids. Trans advocate purposely confuses and deceives our children. Lebanon legalizes medicinal cannabis. Hezbollah authorizes people getting stoned. Afghani-born personal trainer says the British public should try a different diet. Taliban spy advocates for a British regime change. Duchess of Sussex takes her copper Cocker Spaniel dog for a walk. Meghan Markle brainwashes another ginger.
Funny how these journalists bring the information and twist it. They twist this the information.
Pakistani
Okay.
$1 trillion.
Imagine sharing all this stuff, and I mean a new law that is now in Russia. It's kind of prohibiting people to look for something from in the web, and they have a list of 5,000 or something like 5,600 materials that is prohibited to look for, and people will get fined because they already accepted that law. People will get fined for searching for particular information. So there is a list of 5,600 or something like that topics that is prohibited to search. And sometimes when I think about this and about all the countries and all the mess that's going on in the world, I think it was kind of it looks like for me how to say, like an experiment. So each country is a field of particular experiment, and it's implemented. Each thing is implemented in one country to see the reaction of people, and starting from that, the new laws in the future will be created and will be globalized, because a lot of people, for example, they think depending one or another country, and they say that one country is better than another, or one politician is better than another, while I mean all the countries and all politicians are the same. And you see any law implemented, I see any law implemented as an experiment that will be implemented in the future in all countries. So if something is happening, for example, in Russia, or something is happening in US, so that will be tested, and what will work for people, it will stay. And if, for example, a law that is in Russia implemented about searching for an information, and a lot of people, for example, they say that that law is not good, and Russia is very how to say strict country or something. they mostly will have the same law in the future. Maybe that's what I think, because it's kind of an experiment, maybe. So when I see like any severe law implemented in any country, I think it will be like worldwide. The same about, like, let's suppose removing, or how to say, the citizenship of someone just because they don't like a politician, for example, or deporting native people who like were born in the same country, and so I hear about deporting, for example, US citizens for saying stuff. For example, I heard about that before also in Russia. I think it was the case that people may lose their citizenship. And now I am hearing that in US. You see, like, it was before in one country, now in another country. And the same, like, about searching, about any law. If it's in one country, it could be in another country as well. So it's better to look for that, like a preparation, to prepare ourselves better. For example, to learn about, I don't know, stuff like VPN, or to learn about stuff like Tor, like browsers that are, how to say, that don't share the information of people. Learn how to set up your own like VPN in your own computer or smartphone. Learn to use those browsers that keep your privacy. It's better to learn now. For example, recently I installed one chat. So in case we will not have, for example, recently we are protesting like crazy to fight everything that's going on. Yeah. For example, in Russia also, they are, from time to time, they are stopping the internet. They are turning off the internet. And a lot of people, like, sometimes when they say without internet, it's hard to contact others. For example, I recently learned about this application. It's called BitChat. And this application, it works only with Bluetooth. And it doesn't need Wi-Fi or internet. So I can just turn off the Wi-Fi, turn on only Bluetooth, and I will be able to contact anyone who is next to me. For example, here, if I will open BitChat in my phone, in this phone that I am streaming from, I will have number 1 here, and with anonymous, like, it will give also a number to my phone, this, and I will be able to chat with it even if there is no internet, only with Bluetooth. And if a lot of people they install this BitChat application, let's suppose in US you would have, like, let's suppose, like, protests, and they will turn off all the internet, for example. So people, they can just install this BitChat, and the more people who are in this BitChat, the better, because it creates kind of local internet with people who have Bluetooth. So this is kind of one of thing that we should do. We should prepare. also, like, for example, to leave some cash, because sometimes when there is no internet or no electricity, it's impossible to buy from credit card. So to leave some cash, for example, while we still have it, maybe in the future we will not have cash. To learn about people who are around, I mean, to make connection with your neighbors, because with all this internet stuff and with all the social media, you see, like, people who are neighbors, they don't even know each other. But if anything crazy happen, if those neighbors are having a community, so they can solve their problems. They can, at least, if even the money will not work or something, they will exchange stuff, they will help each other, and a lot of stuff we should prepare instead of being busy and fighting in the internet, fighting others, or proving that we are better or others are better. That's what I think. Yeah, I think it's enough. Yeah, I should next time prepare more content that is without music. And that's it for this stream. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being around. And see you in my next videos and my next streams.